loneliness, war, addiction, depression, hate, violence, and death. It's hard to know what to say about things such as these. It's hard to know what to say in the shadow of the cross that Jesus carried, the cross that we all carry sometimes. It's hard to know what to say. Sometimes, I think we should just be silent. This week is the heart, the very heart of everything. The entire universe pivots on this moment in history. At the cross, everything changed. Tonight we gather together to sing, to pray, to bless, to read. And we do all of these things to experience the story of our Savior named Jesus, who gave his life for ours. But sometimes I think we should just be silent. Be as silent as a hush of wind after the final note of taxes played. Be as silent as the man who is at the bedside of his love who is dying. Be as silent as a mother who clutches her children at her breast in the aftermath of bombings, because there are no more tears left. Be as silent as Peter, who carries the weight of betrayal as the third cock crows. This week, we remember the death of hope and dreams and joy. What are you supposed to say about that? In the presence of all the crosses of the world, sometimes I think we should just be silent. We know the story. They spat on him, they mocked him, and they stripped him naked. It was the worst way for a Jew to die, because in their tradition, as in ours, the body is holy, sacred, and beautiful, a temple, created in the image of God. His friends abandoned him and betrayed him, selling him off as chattel, like a sacrificial lamb. Hanging there, he cried out to God, cries out to us, "Why have you forsaken me? Why have you left me alone?" And then he breathed his last. He died on that cross. What are you supposed to say about something like that? Because maybe it's only in the silence that we can hear God speak. Maybe our words drown out his too often. Maybe our words twist him into something he is not. Maybe our words are incapable of saying what the silence says. I suppose that I could say, thanks be to God for coming into this world to suffer and die so we don't have to suffer and die alone. I suppose that I could say, thanks be to God for not cleaning up everything and not pretending everything is just fine. I suppose I could say, thanks be to God for coming into our brokenness, for meeting us there in that bloody, desperate, lonely place, for whispering in our ears, you don't have to do this alone. Thanks be to God for doing what I utterly cannot. That may be all I can say. Still, that seems so small in the face of something so big. We may fall silent, but that's okay. Because God will never fall silent. God always has another word, a living word, a word of love, a word of life, a word of resurrection and hope. This is the word that we are called to proclaim to each other. It's a word that we are called to whisper in our children's ears. We are called to proclaim it from the mountaintops, that God has the final word. Here is what the Gospels promise. And I think that I'm actually not supposed to say this word until Sunday, until Jesus has eaten with us, has washed us clean, has been crucified and buried in the tomb. I think that I'm supposed to be silent today on the resurrection piece. But the oddity of it is I cannot. I cannot let you leave here with all the turmoil and pain and sadness of the world and not say the cross doesn't have the final word, even if I'm supposed to be silent. The echo of the trumpet does not have the final word. The crow does not have the final word. There will be more tears to cry, but there will also be more joy. Addiction does not win. Loneliness does not win. War does not win. Hate and violence and death do not win. It is hard to know what to say in the presence of a good God, in the presence of tenderness and grace. It's hard to know what to say at the tipping point of the cosmos. Sometimes I think we should just be silent.